I was just wondering, what do you see as a replacement for mainstream media, or rather, an alternative to it? Like, if like the current large entities fall, who do you see taking their place? Won't it just be the same, same concept, but just different people?
No, I think this is what we're doing right now is a good example of what I think the future of media should be, which is like basically citizen journalism, citizen media, like you basically. It's like, there's the thing to appreciate about like the so-called mainstream media is that there's a feedback mechanism around advertising and clicks, which is not healthy. You kind of like it's hard to sort of blame the individuals in the system. It's like the system is messed up, and so if you're a journalist and you don't write the inflammatory article that gets tons of clicks, then you might lose your job. The same goes for the editor and whatnot. And so this is just a tough situation. Like it's kind of a no-win situation, to be totally frank. Like I'm like, very much sort of like anti-advertising. Like Tesla's never advertised. Even in 2008, when we were almost dying, I was like, I could not bring myself to advertise. I'd just rather put the money into making the car better and let word of mouth, just sell a car through word of mouth, basically. So I just think there's something broken with the moral structure of advertising, to be totally frank. It's messed up. That's I think the root of the problem. And then the answer, I think, is citizen journalism that we're doing right now. Because you ask way better questions, frankly, than the mainstream media. It's the odd truth.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, the thing that stops them from making things or doing things is actually they're self-limiting, and they realize that they're actually capable of much more. It's like you got to try. And believe in yourself and try, and people can do way more than they think. I'm actually kind of more, in fact, more worried about like the sort of physical making of things, because I think we're getting kind of disconnected from physicality and from the world of atoms. And like a lot of people say, like, where does the ketchup come from? It doesn't come from the store. It comes from the ketchup factory, and it's quite hard. And you have to figure out how to do manufacturing and supply chain and all that sort of stuff. In fact, I think manufacturing is really underrated. It's pretty great, and there's a lot of potential for innovation, and it's a good thing to do. I think we should put more weight on manufacturing and production and making of physical things. And like often people think manufacturing is just like making copies of something, and it's actually no. It's making the machine that makes the machine, and it's really interesting, and there's a tremendous amount of innovation and creativity as possible in that. I'm out here in Boca Chica, Texas, with this scholarship production complex, and by far the hard thing is making the production system. So we've obviously we've blown up a bunch of prototypes, and we've got serial number 4 now. We're going to hopefully pressure test that tomorrow. But the thing that's really hard is the production system. And it's like really hard. People are really working, really talented team here, working very hard. And then that's what's the actual hard thing is. So it's like, I'd say like designing it is a rocket is like 1x hard, then building one of it is 10x, and building the production system is at least 100x, possibly 1,000x. Yeah. Just to give you some order of magnitude of difficulty. But I love the maker movement, and it's just like, it's very satisfying. Whether you're making something big or small, it's like whether making cars or cookies. Honestly, those great stuff. I love cookies actually.